not enough y'all talking for me. It's too quiet for me. We should be beating down White House doors right now. Like, hello? Like, ho, is y'all cool? Welcome back to the vlog. My name is Kai. And the justice system is the biggest disappointment. Like, the American justice system is the longest running non-funny joke. And that is sad. That's sad as fuck. Like when it came to Trayvon Martin or when it came to George Floyd, the biggest one was 2-year-old Caylee Anthony, who was allegedly unalived by her mother, Caylee Anthony. But before we get into that, a little background for the people who don't remember or, you know, too young to remember. So back in 2008, there was this really big, famous case. Caylee Anthony, the mother of Caylee, was a suspect in unaliving her daughter, allegedly. Crazy thing about it, and why the reason the community was in such an uproar, is because all of the evidence was pointing to her mother.
Of death.
Do you have an opinion as to the manner of death in this case?
Homicide. It's based on three main items. First, we know from observational studies that it is a red flag that when a child is not reported immediately to authorities, either with an injury, that's something we look for foul play. The other thing that makes it a homicide is that the body was hidden. A child's body is thrown out, hidden in a field. We know that is one of the things we look for when we are looking for a homicide. And the last would be the duct tape, somewhere located on the lower half of this face. There is no child that should have duct tape on its face when it dies. There is no reason to put duct tape on the face after they die. Based on our experience, we've seen that in cases of homicide.
Now, how does the concept of cause of death differ from the concept of manner of death?
Well, the cause of death is the injury or the disease that initiates the chain of events that ultimately results in the child dying.
Can you render a medical conclusion on the cause of death?
What I put was homicide of undetermined means. I believe we can reliably say it's a homicide, but I don't know the means for which that homicide occurred.
Meaning she didn't say it was drowning, she also didn't say it was suffocation, and she also didn't say it was chloroform. In closings, the state argued that Casey's motivation to kill Caylee was because she didn't want the responsibility of parenthood anymore and wanted to live a carefree life.
Nobody else could have possibly been involved. She lied to police. She lied in her interview, admitted that she lied, and yet the jury found her not guilty on all accounts. What sense? What sense does that make? It doesn't make any type of sense to me. At that point, I knew the justice system wasn't shit. At me. Say what you want about it. That's insane to me. This evil, manipulative, conniving person decided to make a TikTok this year. You know how long it's been since we have heard or she has even spoken? 17 years. It's been 17 years since we heard from Caylee Anthony. 17. Now all of a sudden you decided to make a TikTok? And that's not even the kicker. This hoe already, with only 2 videos, already has 61 plus thousand followers. 61K followers and in counting. You telling me she has supporters out here? Let me tell you on why her making a TikTok in 2025 is such a big deal. But before I get into that, let me tell you the video that she did put on TikTok. So she made 2 videos. The first one irrelevant. The second one is where she actually tries to break down the reason why she decided to speak up. She's going to say that since 2011, if you know, you know what happened in 2011. Since 2011, she became a legal advocate, whatever the fuck that means for her. She also said that she wants to be a voice for other victims. The only victim that I know of was her daughter. And her daughter didn't have no voice. But you want to speak out for other victims when your daughter had literally no voice at all. You spoke no truth when it came to your daughter, and now you just hop on TikTok with your 61K plus views. Make it make sense, because it doesn't.
Caylee Anthony joins TikTok, and this is what she has to say.
Okay. Today is Saturday, March 1st, 2025. This is my first of probably many recordings on a series that I'm starting. I am a legal advocate. I am a researcher. I've been in the legal field since 2011. And in this capacity, I feel that it's necessary, if I'm going to continue to operate appropriately as a legal advocate, that I start to advocate for myself and also advocate for my daughter. For those of you who don't know, my name is Caylee Anthony. My daughter is Caylee Anthony. My parents are George and Cindy Anthony. This is not about them. This is not in response to anything that they have said or done. That's not to say that I'm not going to respond at some point to some of the things that they have said and done. The whole point of this is for me to begin to reintroduce myself. I'm doing this both personally for me, but in a professional capacity. Moving forward, the majority of what you will see will be me speaking in a professional capacity. My goal is to continue to help give a voice to people, to give people tools and resources that they can utilize so they actually know where they can turn to. So with that, please join me on Substack. If you have questions, I will set up an email address where we can correspond directly. Up until this point, that has never happened. And it's only going to be on a limited basis regarding legal issues, legal matters. One of the main reasons that I'm doing this, there are people close to me who have been targeted and attacked recently. There are also people close to me who have had some recent things occur. And when necessary, people needed to step up, myself included. So as a proponent for the LGBTQ community, for our legal community, women's rights, I feel that it's important that I use this platform that was thrust upon me and now look at as a blessing as opposed to the curse that it has been since 2008. With that, these aren't going to be perfect. They're not going to be edited. Most of the time, they're not going to be short. But I am proverbially standing in the light, embracing this piece, still going to keep my privacy intact. So you will get very comfortable with my car, and I will explain in great detail why it's so important for people to protect their privacy. It's not just important to public figures, it's even more important to private individuals. And with the current climate in our country especially, it's that much more important, which is why I am utilizing the Substack platform. Yes, I am advertising this and publishing this on TikTok, possibly also through other meta platforms, but my intention is to separate from that and showcase even more why Substack is such an important resource for people to utilize moving forward. Anyway, I appreciate your time, and we'll see how this goes.
Let me go back and tell y'all the reason why it's such a big deal. She wants to start a series about what happened back in 2008. Now we're in this whole new year, this whole new generation, this whole new era where the internet is the biggest thing. Think about it. If she has 61K plus followers, and then her views are in the 5.6 million, in the millions, Y'all know she's making money off that, right? Y'all say TikTok don't pay a lot, but it pays something. She's making money. She's profiting money off of her daughter's death. And you think that's okay? You think that's right? She has no remorse whatsoever. Not taking any type of accountability. She didn't take any accountability back in 2008, and she's definitely not taking no accountability in 2025. Now, make sure you guys like, share, and follow. Hit the notification button as well so you can keep up with this story. How I feel about the situation, my opinion on it, I feel as though that is insensitive for Casey to be able to profit off of her daughter's death. Like, simple. It's real simple. I don't know why people make it so difficult. It's shameful, actually. It's like a mockery. It's like a slap in the face, really, a continuous slap in the face, really. Now she's able to profit off of what happened back in 2008. Like, everybody is supposed to just be cool with it. She knows she fucked up because she turned her comments off. We can't say anything, because I bet when those comments was on, everybody was on her ass. You know what I think? I think we should go to her TikTok and report her page. That's what I think. I don't think fuck all that freedom of speech shit, because where was the freedom of speech back in the day? And if you do go and report her page, make sure you let me know in the comments, because I'm definitely on my way to go ahead and do that now. Again. But no, seriously though, like I think it's insane. The justice system is already fucked up. It just makes them more fucked up. Basically, Casey's the new white O.J. Simpson, and we all know what happened there. We all know that nigga did it. Okay, no, seriously. But y'all tell me what y'all think. Like, do y'all think it's really like a big deal? You know, that she made a TikTok? Do y'all think she actually did it for the people who know? Like, do you think it's just people nowadays that are against her making a TikTok are just like being too sensitive? Is she being unsensitive? Let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. Let's have a conversation, because I would love to hear what y'all think about it. So let me know what you guys think about it. That's all that we have today. Because next time on the block, bow.
Breaking news, Caylee Anthony is now on TikTok, and after receiving tons of backlash, she has officially released a statement. She said the presumption of innocence is a sacred right afforded to all individuals arrested in this country. This is not an opinion, it is a fact. We are plagued by a rush to judgment before someone even steps foot into a courtroom. Once a verdict is read, however long the process takes, the public must trust that the system worked the way it was intended. You are entitled to your opinions, not your own set of facts. You, as the general public, will never know the full facts of a case. The media will never tell you the full truth. They will tell you what to think and how to feel. Educate yourselves, stop spreading hate. If tomorrow you woke up and were arrested, accused of a crime you didn't commit, or someone close to you were to be, wouldn't you want for you/them to be treated fairly and just? It's not that complicated. In her TikTok, she says she is a legal advocate and wants to reintroduce herself as a voice for the people that don't have one. I mean, her daughter Caylee went missing back in 2008 for over a month before her body was found wrapped in a blanket in a wooded area near her home.
More than 16 years after she was accused of murdering her own daughter.
This is my first of probably many recordings.
Caylee Anthony is reintroducing herself to the public on TikTok.
I am a legal advocate.
Without providing much detail, the now 38-year-old says she wants to use her platform to help others in a legal capacity.
I feel that it's necessary, if I'm going to continue to operate appropriately as a legal advocate, that I start to advocate for myself and also advocate for my daughter.
Caylee also directing followers to new posts on the publishing platform Substack.
As a proponent for the LGBTQ community, for our legal community, women's rights, I feel that it's important that I use this platform that was thrust upon me and now look at as a blessing as opposed to the curse.